and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another DIY video. I've been doing a lot of these recently because like we're all stuck in lockdown together and I like to DIY, it's something I like to do. I'm back in my craft room. In the last video DIY we did, I was kind of in the craft room / out of it because this was a mess because I'm still painting my house. But I managed to get this area cleaned up so we can actually use it properly. But today we're going to be doing some barbed wire jewellery DIYs. I've been seeing this going around quite a bit. I've always been like, huh, I can DIY that. I'm not going to purchase it. But today we're actually going to DIY. We're actually going to do what I've been saying I've been going to do for a very long time and make some DIY barbed wire jewellery. Let's get to it, shall we? So guys, this is what you're going to need for this DIY. Obviously you're going to need some wire. I have 3 different sizes of wire here. I'll probably only end up using this big stuff and then this medium stuff. Probably not the small stuff, but you could if you wanted to make a smaller sized item like a ring or something. I've also got some jump rings, lobster claws, big lobster claws, like the hardware ones. These are earring fasteners components. I don't have my ears pierced. I'm not going to be making earrings. I will show you how to make earrings out of a bangle that you've DIY'd into a thingy. That makes sense. You're going to need some wire cutters as well as some pliers. These are just hardware ones I have here. And then objects that are round and that you can use to bend the wire into shape on. I've got this old Kenko coffee tin as well as a small brush. So this is what we're going to need for the DIY. I'm going to show you 2 different ways of making the chain link for different purposes. I'm going to start out with the bangle. That's be the first DIY option. And for the bangle you're not going to need any of this, but you will need these. So I'm going to be using my medium sized piece and I want to measure a width that I can slip on and off my hand but also won't fall off my wrist. So I'm going to wrap it around my wrist like so. I think that length will work, so I will cut exactly 2 lengths. So you want it to cut it to be doubled. I have just folded over the end and that's going to work really handily for this. Now that's what our looks like. We should have a loop at one end and then 2 individual pieces coming down. So this requires a little bit of finagling. If you have a friend to help you out, that would be really cool. You're going to hold one end, or ask your friend to hold one end, and then wrap the wire together to form like a little spiral. And when we get to the end, I'm going to leave a little V section open. I'm going to take this coffee container, because it's about the size of my wrist, and just wrap it around so you can get a nice roundness. So once we wrap it round, it should have like a sort of curved shape to it like so. We want to leave this end open, so we want to make sure that we can push these 2 together, because then we're going to want to add the barbed wire bits. So for that we're going to need our wire again. I'm going to cut a random length off, and if you're making more than one barbed wire item you can reuse this. So once we have our length of wire cut, we want to choose a space on our brush or an object that's about the same size thickness as this wire. I think about towards the end here will do. So you want to place your end on top where you can hold it with your thumb, and then you want to wrap the rest of the wire around about 3 times. And you want to snip that end off and then just pull it off. Squish it together so it looks a bit like a barbed wire piece. And then taking the bangle, I'm going to slip it onto the end, then pull it round, and then taking some flat nose pliers, position it so the barbed wire is pointing outwards, and then just gently like squish it in place. And then that's kind of how you make the barbed wire bracelet. I'm going to do this a couple more times with some other bits of fake barb, and then we'll be ready to move on to the next one. So I've got all my little barbs attached, and then what we can do is taking this end piece, we can open it up and then insert it into the little loop we made. I'm just going to bend this backwards, and then I want to do the same but put this through the other way to add like a little bit extra support. And then we have our little bracelet, so we can just pop that on. Voila! Let's see how it looks. And then if you wanted to turn this into an earring, all you'd have to do is add a little clasp here. So you'd add a jump ring and a little earring hook just there, and you'd make 2 of them to turn them into earrings. So for the necklace I want to do a little bit of a different one, because obviously this is going to be quite difficult to get on and off if it's a necklace. So I'm going to show you how to make a conjoining sort of interlocking style one. So taking our medium wire, we're going to cut our length out. Mine to be about yay big. It's got like an eyeball it. I've already done some like a little small piece of wire so I can experiment. Then I'm going to want to bend, just using my fingers, one completely that, like that. It's been bent from there all the way to have this little round bit. Then want to do the same on the other side. So it's just kind of look a bit mangled. I'm going to just bend one down and then one upwards. So the one we have bent down, I want to take our pliers and we just want to bend it up and over the one facing upwards. Like so. And the one facing upwards, you want to wrap that also around. And it should sort of look like this. And when you make your next piece, you want to slot it through before you bend it over. And follow the same process as before. And then you start to have this sort of link together like a chain. Repeat that along your whole stretch of wire until you get your desired length. You can make this into waist chains, necklaces, bracelets, anything you want. Okay, so here I have my barbed wire chain. This is as long as I want it to be. So to make it into a necklace, I'm going to want to use a regular lobster claw clip as well as my little jump rings. So I'm going to start by splitting one of my jump rings. I hope these fit on this chain. Okay, it does. It's going to attach one of my little lobster clasps. So for the end bit, if you have an extended chain or already have one that's pre-made, you can always use that. I don't have one, so I'm going to add a couple together. And then I want to add that onto this end one just here. Together like that. And then you got your chain. So let's see how our barbed wire accessories turned out. If you wanted to make this into a side chain sort of situation, when you make your last clips on each side, taking your wire, you want to put this on one end, and then when you'd wrap it round, that would be attached like that, so it wouldn't come off. That's how you can do it if you did want to do it like that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found it interesting, informative. You want to do it. I mean, I personally just have wire lying on my house from other DIY projects. You might have some. If you don't, it's pretty cheap and easy to find online. A huge thank you to our patrons, because without them videos like this are not possible. So guys, stay safe, stay dark, stay in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.